This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, Yanis, Sean McGuire, LightBlindedFool, Big C, Deyvis Ferreira, Green Man, Bennett Williamson, Hannah Green, Noralia, Helena Jacobsen, Matthew Mendoza, Sims, Cyndi, Manethraen, Andrew Scarponi, Mr. Boddy's Body, David, and HoneyBunchesOfJason. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome a few people who renewed their annual pledge on patreon.com/The Wheel Weaves podcast for a whole another year. And this is pretty special because we have some people in this list who have donated to us for the 6th year in a row, the 5th year in a row, the 4th year in a row, and the 3rd year in a row. So thank you so much to April Kavam, MKM, Connor Tubesing, AI Culture Repository, Maureen, Shane Christie, Antoine Benoit, Zachary, Hannah Gann, C.D. Harris, and Anthony Wynn. Thank you so much for your continued support. It really, truly means everything to us. We really appreciate it. In this episode, we are talking about Chapter 37 of A Memory of Light, and we are covering perspectives 5 through 9. And it's only going to get worse from here.
And I have to correct you. It's 5 through 8, number 1.
Oh,
yeah.
Up to 9.
So up to the end of part 8.
Part of 8.
Nope. The whole of perspective 8.
All of 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And we have a guest.
A very important guest specifically for this episode. So welcome back to the podcast, Thom DeSimone.
Hi.
It's been years, Thom.
I know.
How you been?
Pretty good. You know, doing the Drag Amount thing and all the conventions and all that nonsense. I think since I was last on, I've definitely sweatily danced with you several times. Both of you.
Several
times. We have met in flesh. That's true.
Oh, yes.
And you let me hold your hammer. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. So the story behind that is that when you first guested on the podcast, you showed me your Mahalanyer hammer recreation that's like 60 pounds. You brought it to the con. Let me hold it.
I had a blacksmith make it.
It's like a legit, it can do damage. But Dani didn't get to see it because we weren't at Mahalanyer at that point of the books.
Okay, so here are some facts. The last time we had Thom on here, the episode was released on February 16th, 2021.
That's so long ago.
Episode 415, The Shadow Rising, chapter 27 and 28.
And now we're back here with so many of our same characters.
Yeah.
And we're at the last battle. It's kind of crazy, but we're here.
Yeah. Now,
it's crazy.
Thom, for those people who are like, oh, yeah, Thom, what's that guy do again?
Yeah.
Right.
You want to plug yourself? You want to let us know? How are you involved? What's your relationship to the Wheel of Time?
Totally. It's kind of crazy. I went to the first Jordan Con with my then girlfriend of like 4 months. We drove from New York, and this is the first big thing we did, like from dating.
You drove from New York to Atlanta, Georgia.
So yeah,
it's a big deal.
Yeah, and we're married now. We're going on, however, it was 2007, I think the first Jordan Con was, something like that.
Yeah.
The part of the pattern, some may say.
Yeah. We didn't know anybody. I didn't know people. We hadn't been to the events at Dragon Con or anything like that, so we didn't know anybody, and we just kind of started helping out like after the opening ceremonies, and they the people that run Jordan Con dubbed us volunteer number 1 and volunteer number 2. I'm number 2, by the way.
Of course.
Yes. And from there it just kind of went crazy. Okay, so spoiler alert for people, not for the books, but for people that thought contests weren't rigged.
Oh no!
It's not convention, it's tour books. So they did a thing where it's like help with the Towers of Midnight and Gathering Storm and A Memory of Light book tour, signing tour, when Brandon does the signings around the country. I think for the one that we did, which was Towers of Midnight, you had to submit essays or something, and then they would pick from the essays and make a group of fans that kind of helped volunteer at the signing. So like, go help them move chairs around or tell people in line what to do, move stuff around. And for that, we got to have like dinner with Brandon and Harriet, Maria and Alan and all them. But I had known them for years from JordanCon at that point. And I didn't submit an essay.
Oh my God.
Or anything like that. But basically what they did is they asked trusted people in the fandom that they knew from the cities that they were going to be basically like a plant. They would like find people within the fandom that they trusted that were going to be in those cities where the signings were happening, and then like made sure they were included in the group of actual people that were picked from the contest.
Well,
if I'm being honest, that's
good marketing.
That sounds like safer. It sounds better to work with people that versus someone who submits an essay.
Yeah.
Anyone can write an essay.
Although that was before
that's true.
ChatGPT. People actually had to write essays back then.
Yes.
Apparently they didn't have to write essays, turns out.
I guess you have to Harriet and Maria and Brandon have to like you.
It's all about who you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But from that, like, I got a little closer with them when we hung out with them in the city that time. And it wasn't long after that Maria said, we're going to put a character in you in the books. And that's how I got my character in the final book. Yeah. And just being present and volunteering and helping out and doing stuff at all the conventions. Jason Denzel, the creator of Dragonmount, the website Dragonmount, messaged me, and the now CEO Kathy Campbell messaged me in the beginning of COVID pretty much, and we're like, hey, we want to do content creation and we think you'd be good for being on camera and shit. And I'm like, why?
It's the beard.
Who wants to?
Well, I actually was gonna say the charismatic nature and
we said the same thing.
The beard. Okay.
I'll take it. So that's how I started doing this. But now, so I do content creation for Dragonmount. We do a live every Monday where we rewatch REWOTCH TV shows and stuff. So it started with rewatching the series as it was releasing and prior to the new seasons releasing, and people enjoyed it. Like and I'll be 100% honest, someone in chat said, this was so much fun. I don't have a lot of people like in my IRL life that watch this stuff. So this was kind of like watching the show with my friends, like on the couch.
Yes.
Because like we were all talking, and I was like, well, looks like I'm going to do this forever now. Like
real life is overrated. And I had a lot of fun doing, because I actually joined for the last
for an episode. Yep.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun.
And he actually recently asked if we wanted to
do Star Wars,
Clone Wars, and I was like 100%, but I know nothing about it. Can I come sit there and have no idea what's happening? And he was like, maybe the next one.
I've watched like a lot of the Star Wars stuff. I've not watched like the Clone Wars animated series or anything like that.
The animated, I would say, and we won't go too far into it because this is a Wheel of Time one,
right?
Okay, so one thing that I had to do in the first part of the last battle chapter was keep us on track, and I did a bad job in the first
good point.
episode.
But so anyway, we do those lives Mondays 9 p.m. and we watch different TV shows now we're watching Clone Wars, but we let the viewers vote on what we watch next. So Clone Wars will be wrapping up in a few weeks, and then we'll find out what we're gonna watch next when we do it, and then I'll reach out to you guys and say, hey, we're doing this show,
because I do watch random stuff, so sometimes I have seen things. I get super invested in different shows sometimes.
Exactly.
Ooh, I have some ideas for you.
Okay.
We do movie nights too.
I want to turn us back to what my fun fact is going to be, which is actually your fun fact, which is the character that we have seen before. So the character, the very first word in A Memory of Light is Bayard.
Yep.
And that person is you.
That's me.
That's you.
So I alluded to it earlier. Maria said, we're going to put your we want to put you in the books. And then the next thing she said was, do you want it to be a surprise or do you want to know what it is? And I was like, a surprise, for sure. A surprise. And she was excited. So she was like, okay, cool. And this is before Towers comes out or Gathering or Memory of Light. It's before they're out. And, Towers Midnight comes out, Gathering Storm comes out. I don't hear nothing. I don't see anything. So I was like, oh, it was just awesome for them to, think of it. They probably forgot. Then cut to, I think it was 2013 was the JordanCon before A Memory of Light comes out. So the April before A Memory of Light releases. Okay. I think it was 2013. Harriet
everybody was still a first-time reader.
Yep. It was amazing. It was these were great times. These were good times. No lie. Jordan Con was like a completely different convention before the books finished because, you know, we could have our Looney Theories panel with Matt Hatch. That's where it started.
Nothing's disproven officially yet.
Yes.
Exactly. So. At the opening ceremonies, Harriet's going to read an excerpt from A Memory of Light. And a lot of people in the audience knew already. I didn't know that she was reading the prologue. Bayard's part of the prologue specifically. And if you've ever heard Harriet talk, she has like a very deep, proper, crisp, like, I want to use the word dilettante, like Southern dilettante, but she's not a dilettante. But like, that's the type of voice that she has, very commanding, a lot of presence. And she sits down, she has like a manuscript type thing like in front of her. It's like bound pieces of paper. And she just goes, Bayard. And then half of the room looks at me. And I'm like, mouth open and like, so Bayard is my forum posting name.
That's what I was going to ask. So what's the connection there that you know?
And that actually has a interesting story. So I tried to join the website as Thom, Thom, because that is my name. I've used it since I was a child.
That's
like it's since I was in kindergarten.
It is an actual name of Thom in the books.
Thom Arrow.
Exactly.
Thom isn't just like regular Thom, Thom. He's Thom.
Yes. Yeah. And to be fair, the first book was not out yet. It might have been. When do you go to kindergarten?
When you're 5.
Okay, so the first book had been released at this point.
But you probably hadn't read it yet.
I hadn't read it because I was
probably,
like, 4 or 5.
Just a hunch. Okay.
Yeah, but I complained to the nun who was the teacher because when they shortened my name on my cubby, they took away my H.
Oh yeah.
Oh, rude.
And my friend Chris, they shortened his name from Christopher to Chris.
His H.
But they keep it. Why do you take my H? But he keeps his H. And
honestly, though.
Apparently, my mom got a phone call. I threw a little bit of a fit because they took the H away, and that's how I started writing my name with the H.
Don't take my H away.
Yeah, exactly. I yelled at a nun. I love
that. You know what? I love that for you.
But anyway, I tried to join the website with that name and they wouldn't let me because it's a character in the books. And I was like, bitch. So I chose.
Oh, at that, you weren't allowed to have a name that's a character in the book.
Like, I kind of get that.
Yeah. So I picked Barid, Barid, Barid,
which is also
a character in the books, but
it's
but it's an obscure name because people, it's only mentioned like twice. It's Demandred's real name, Barid Bell.
Barid Bell, yeah.
And they were like, okay, that works. And I was like,
we actually hear that in this book. Like, we get Demandred's name.
Exactly.
I was thinking of like child buyer.
Yeah, not
that. Yeah, I mean, it's
but that's
similar.
Like buyer, but it's like with a D at the like.
The B section, the B section of the character list in the Wheel of Time is
taking a lot of names off the table by limiting.
I feel like any section of any alphabet.
Yeah, well, M is like if you go to the M is I think the biggest section in characters in the Wheel of Time.
S
like
might also be up there.
S is a big one too, for sure.
Okay, so Barid was taken. And
no. So then I became Barid for like 13 years, and it was just
with
my little gag. No. It was just like it is in the books. It just made it through because in my mind I was a better fan than them because they didn't recognize that it was a character in the books too. So anyway,
the best
when it came
time would notify them, Thom.
Exactly.
No.
I was an asshole.
No, sneaky. I was gonna say smart.
But that too. Yeah. Also, yeah. I like those better. That's better. When Brandon was doing like he does like a chat, like a specific type, like he's like everyone that I put into a book, I do this chat with them, whether they've my friend for 30 years, or I've already done it with them once. If they're going to be a new character, I do it with them again. So it's like he does like a little interview with you, and he asks specific questions that are building the character in his mind. So like, he asked me a whole bunch of questions. One of my nicknames at Jordan Con was Butcher. So that's why he was a butcher. In the beginning of the book, he remembers how his family became butchers. I and everyone in my family has been in carpentry or construction our whole lives, which is why he comes from the stone. He's of the stone. Like he knows how to work stone. Like that's why he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. And he's making the spearheads
he's the guy when all the metal melts.
Yeah. I cried when she read it, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, because it was unexpected. It was a lot of emotions.
No kidding.
And it was unexpected. So, and then they all signed it, like Harriet and Brandon and Maria and Alan all signed that little manuscript that she had, and she gave it to me. I don't know where it's not in here. I think it's downstairs with my all my Wheel of Time. I have so much Wheel of Time stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how I got my character in the book. Before the companion came out, Maria sent me a copy with his page earmarked, would have posted in it, and it said haha. So I'll read you his thing. An Andorran soldier in Jared Saran's service as one of his personal guardsmen. His family had been stoneworkers, but his father became a butcher, and Bayard followed in his footsteps before becoming a soldier. Bayard's grandfather taught him stoneworking, and when a bubble of evil made all the metal in their camp melt, Bayard made spearheads out of stone. Faced with Jared's growing insanity, Bayard and the other soldiers rebelled, tied him to a tree, and Bayard went off to fight in the last battle as a mercenary soldier in Tam's unit, which is what we're going to see in a minute.
That's what we're going to talk about today. Yeah.
His little thing. Yeah. And then the final sentence, he was killed in the last battle and eaten by a Trolloc.
That's funny. That's good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Very specifically, and eaten.
Yeah.
And eaten by a
Trolloc. That is really funny.
And then she signed next to it. So I am assuming that this was her doing, but I don't know. Maybe Michael had a hand in it too, because it's funny. I just think it's hilarious.
It's like off-screen death. Off-screen death didn't happen. I didn't see the body. Didn't happen.
Killed me in the appendix.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
But yeah, so anyway,
that's assume after this, especially if we never hear from him ever again,
things
maybe
could be fine.
He actually was someone who goes on and it's continues to be a butcher.
Now that Trolloc choked on my beard, I hope.
Okay.
That's really good.
All right.
I think we got to get started on this.
Yes.
We have four perspectives to get through.
Yeah. I mean, Gawain's Gowans is. I mean, Gowans is easy. It perfectly encapsulates why I hate him and why everyone should.
I love it. I love it. Okay.
He's just an asshole dude.
Well, you started us off, and I was thinking we don't have to say this is the last battle every single of these 16.
Okay, so chapter 37.
Chapter 37.
So let me say
you could say the location. Right now they're on the fields of Merilor, so you could just say fields of Merilor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Part 12,000.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Perspectives 5 to 8.
Yes.
Nailed it. Good job.
Well done. Proud of you.
Thank you. The chapter symbol is still the ancient Aes Sedai symbol.
Mm-hmm. And this does not count for extra symbols added to the tally. Just keep that in mind.
Interesting. I would have never thought that.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because it's one chapter.
It's
one chapter with 72 perspectives. So
it's so
here we are. Now, before we jump right into this, the last time we were here, we were talking to Matt Hatch, and I had a psychological breakdown about fully reading this chapter.
Yes. And you hadn't.
I understand.
And I hadn't. I only read those perspectives. I officially today finished this chapter.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I read 200 pages in the last 2 days, basically, because that's how far, I'd really put it off.
And 200 pages, depending on how you read, that could be a lot or a little, but there's so much.
No, it's so much, but I actually appreciated doing it in that way. And I
agree. I definitely agree. You should.
Yeah.
It's meant to be if you break it up and you wait so long in between, things start to get lost and shuffled.
And can I tell you, I still I ended still feeling like I wanted more. I didn't want it to end.
Yeah, because
and there were several things that I was like, wait a minute though. What about this? What about this? What about this? Right. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's not the end of the book. There's some part of my brain that feels as though this is the end of the book.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Well, so what I've done is that I've sent a short list, and I'm going to continue sending a short list of events that have not yet happened to all of our guests for this.
Very good idea, by the way.
Yeah, because there's some big things that have not yet happened that you might think that's happened. No, not yet.
Okay. So here's the deal in terms of spoilers in general. We're really going to keep it to the perspectives that we've already talked about.
Yep.
and the perspectives that we're talking about in this episode
currently.
And if a couple of nuanced things from the rest of the chapter,
it's still fair game.
It's still fair game. And so people are asking on Discord and different places if they should read along with us or if they should finish the whole thing.
Finish the chapter.
Finish the chapter and then go read the sections.
Yeah, read it again. You can read this more than once. That's
I think the biggest hang up I have is if we really do follow through with these 16 episodes, which obviously we plan to do, then that means I'm not reading more of this book for at least 3.5 months. So that sucks. And that's probably why I was like, but then I have nothing else to, no more exciting Wheel of Time for months. And so that's probably where other people might be hung up a little bit too. But we might allude to a couple things that actually do happen in this chapter. So I just wanted to lay that out there. Because this is unprecedented and it's weird and we're doing it anyway.
This chapter is unprecedented in literariness, just like it's just in its physical scale, like just how long it is, but also like
this.
point of views. Like this is the type of thing that they tell you not to do with books.
Don't do this.
Okay.
So that we can.
I want to talk about Gowan though, because we got to talk about this guy. We got to talk about this kid.
Why? He's a piece of shit. Move on. I'm glad I'm glad he is thinking about killing himself. That's all.
Well, he's already on his way. He's already on his way. He's fully committed to killing himself. He's got these stupid death rings on. And honestly, this is the best thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
Good. I agree. He made a decision. Times are hard, desperate times, and he's followed through and he's doing something he thinks should be done.
As a woman, I want to ask you something as a woman. This doesn't feel like he's just doing it so that he's got something because like,
but doesn't everybody?
I don't know, man. Like because
do stuff so that they got something.
I don't know. I don't think like that. I can tell you that. Like, here's my thought on that. Like.
I think he's a whiny little bitch, but like,
well, I'm just talking about this specific situation. So from the beginning of him getting the blood knife and the blood knife rings, he doesn't tell Egwene what they are or what they do.
He knows it's wrong. He knows he shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Not forget about using it himself. He doesn't tell Egwene that there's these terangrial wielding. He doesn't say that he has more information. He has more information than she does, and she's the Amerlin seat and the leader of the White Tower and fighting in the last battle. You don't think maybe she should have this information? Also, that he has it and has this plan. So, like, as a leader, like
he wanted some control over anything that was going on around him.
I guess. Here's my view on it. As someone so I'm going to steal a quote from The West Wing, which I do all the time because I love that show. I want to be the guy that helps the guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that helps the guy.
Yeah.
I don't like that's who I want to be.
Yeah.
And
both those people are important.
Exactly. Yeah. That's me though. But what he's doing is the antithesis of that. Like he's supposed to be Egwene has a very stressful, very high responsibility position that like the fate of existence is hinging upon. And he still has his petty little I need to do something to make myself feel good.
Yes.
And if he didn't do that, who knows what could happen? Like if the Wheel of Time teaches us anything, is that your choices matter and the things that you do will have consequence, good or bad, and
for yourself and others,
and especially in the position he's in. He's not just some random person. Like you can make the excuse of like, yeah, you should do that. Like it's not a big deal. It is if you're him.
Yeah. Well, if we're going to be honest about it, he shouldn't even be Egwene's warder.
No.
He's first prince of the sword. He should be with Elaine. That's what he was supposed to be.
His job.
That is his job is to be the person who helps the
He's
person.
failed at he's literally his entire life's thing was to be the person that protects Elaine, and so now he's just he's abandoned. But we've all like I am okay with that though, because I'm like I like the fact that they broke the chains of like their nobility bullshit that they had going on, and they no, we should do our own things. It just so happened that Elaine's own thing wanted to be the Queen of Andor still, so
right, okay, yeah. As a character who just general consensus nobody likes.
for a lot of reasons, but don't you know people in your life?
Yeah,
Like that?
very much.
100%.
And isn't that kind of the point?
I know
Yeah.
I know someone who's very like him.
Yes.
I don't like that person either.
No, I like him, but we make fun of him all the time.
Is a lot of the time they really mean well. They just can't make a freaking decision to save their lives.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be the person, but they're not smart enough or good enough to actually be the person. But they're trying so hard and they're like, why can't I be good enough to be the person? So it's kind of sad.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Like right before he puts the
he is sad. He's definitely a sad case. He definitely
sad.
He's sad.
Literally right before he puts the rings on, he thinks to himself, you promised that you were going to take a backseat to Egwene. You said that. He's like,
he would be the type of person that goes, misandry is a thing too.
Yeah.
Like that's like
that's Gowan.
Yeah, that's Gowan.
I
just like there's like this chapter and was it Towers of Midnight when he got the knife
when he got them,
and then when they fight them the second time is when he takes the rings after he talks to I think Suldam maybe or just
yes, when he figures out what they are and how they work.
So someone from the Shanshan sees the knife on him. I think it was
when
Suldam.
He's at Camelin.
And also Lylewyn.
I think maybe she was the one that told him.
Yeah.
And she's like, how did you get those? Those are these. This is how you activate it. Don't do
so
that.
then he's like, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, you don't tell him how to turn him on.
Okay. So fundamentally, definitely should have told Egwene. However, if he's ever going to make an actual decision and do something, desperate times call for desperate measures.
I guess.
And he legitimately made a decision and is doing it. I mean, is it the right decision? Is it a good decision?
Nope.
No, but he stuck to it.
Probably not. Exactly. Like, I'm not saying it's not heroic to put yourself in a position to where you might die, and
it's very brave.
Exactly.
It's also stupid.
But when you're doing it with the foreknowledge that I'm doing it to die, like I know I'm going to die, it changes your perspective,
because he actually thinks to himself, Lylewyn said you may die or something like that.
Oh, right. He tries to lie to himself.
Wishy-washy, and he's like, well, maybe the Shanshan do it weird, and I maybe won't definitely die.
I'm the crown prince, maybe I'll figure it out.
So he doesn't have all the information, and instead of like
or he's just ignoring it and thinking like, oh, it's dangerous.
He's lying to himself. He's lying to himself. I
might die.
I think it's like he's talking himself into it. So that like if he accepted like that it was going to kill him, he may not have done it. So he lies to himself that,
Well, he treats that kind of information the same way he treats all other information he learns in the entire series. Like, that Rand killed his mother. It's like,
with full truth.
He takes the piece of information, uses it how he wants, and then doesn't back it up at all.
Only Sith deal in absolutes.
That's Gowan. That's Gowan for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there are some other things that actually happen in the perspective before he puts the rings
on. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay,
plural,
thanks for keeping us on track. Okay, go.
He puts
all three.
He puts all three. Yeah. Now, does that matter?
Probably. I mean, who knows?
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I mean, like,
who
could know?
Like, does it, like, speed it up?
Maybe. Like, well, that's what we don't know. But, like, he clearly... It's going to do something.
You're using a terangrial that does crazy things to your body. And like, who knows? Like,
I'll tell you who doesn't know. It's Gowan. He doesn't know.
It's Gowan doesn't know.
So he put them all on.
He puts them all on. What if that just kills you instantly, dummy?
Exactly.
Like...
It's worth the risk, Tom.
It's a risk he's willing to
take. What do you think? So here's the reason why that pisses me off, though, is because what do you think that does to Egwene?
Oh, no, he's so selfish.
Exactly.
Well,
he
doesn't even remotely consider that his actions are going to affect other people.
Nope. And that's the thing that makes me angry, because in the position that he's in, he's supposed to be supporting Egwene so she doesn't have to worry about him.
Yeah. Although maybe Egwene could have chose better.
That is also part of
I agree. I agree.
Like, there was no indication that he was going to be good at this.
No.
Yeah, that's
they like made out once, and she's like, "You're my warder, and I love you, and we're gonna get married."
It would have made so much more sense if she like got with an Aiel.
Literally anything. Yeah. Or no one.
Or
that
no
would have
one.
made more sense to me.
Well, yeah, there's the whole thing about like everyone should be a warder because it makes them fight better.
I could understand her picking warders based on.
Oh, I'm talking about just having like her partner, like her.
Yeah.
Like as a partner,
think she needs to find love in this moment.
She doesn't have to, but like if we're instead of just deleting him, if we're swapping it out for something else.
She did spend a lot of time with the Aiel and Ruidian.
That's what I mean.
The story I would have liked to have seen.
That would have made more sense.
I like that actually.
It's the only time she would have, like, in the books, at least from all we know of Egwene, she's straight. So it's the only time she would have spent a lot of time with other men around her age.
Well, and there's also
in a setting.
Like the indication too, like the original, is she going to get with Galad? And then there's the whole, like, Amyrlin seat with the Lord Captain Commander of the White Cloak. So you got that dynamic as a couple. That'd be pretty cool.
Now, in this perspective, Gawain's inside the command tent.
Yeah, with Egwene.
With Egwene. And I just want to note that we have done a much better job with these looky hole.
I love those.
There's an advantage. We get to see the evolution of the spy holes.
Because it's not just a hole in the ground that you can fall through.
And then they're like, put up ropes around.
Put it on a table.
Step into it.
Put it on a table.
On a table.
Yes.
And you lean and look over, except there is a moment where Gawain thinks, I don't like that Egwene has her head and shoulders sticking out of this. And
could you imagine just an arrow comes up out of the hole? Like
I was like, I thought we were just looking. Like I didn't think we were actually physically going.
I don't think. I think she's just leaning. Is she like leaning over?
No, he said head.
He said her head and shoulders were in the hole. Yeah. I remember that part.
I wouldn't do that. I don't like heights though, so like I guess that also depends.
That's fair. You know, but what does that look like to you?
Yeah.
What does that look like? Think about like Star Wars or like any science fiction show or movie, whether when they're standing at like a big digital table looking at like the battlefield.
Yes, like a hologram.
Yeah.
That's what this is. That's literally what this is.
Yeah. No, I love the evolution of it.
Except you have to look down. Yeah, and
it's a live. It's fair. It's a live feed of the battlefield.
Yeah. Literally, I love it.
Yeah, so
and we learn that things are not going well.
Okay, one other person who's actively here who maybe shouldn't be, Gareth Bryn. So they've suggested.
Oh my god, that guy's so compelled. What's he doing here?
They suggested he leave, and he
was like, "Fuck no, I'm not gonna leave."
Yeah.
They suggested he leave to his manor house,
like his estates.
Like fuck off completely.
Like get the fuck out of here.
And he was like, "No, we can't trust me with anything. However, I still want to be here because I'll have FOMO.
Yeah.
If I leave."
Like I actually get that though, but also he has a good point because he brings up that anybody could be compelled, and at least he's compelled. And this in the mind of if we know.
And then he immediately gives advice and plans, and they're like, "Yeah, good idea, Bryn." And I'm like, "No, idiot."
Yeah. He's compelled like a fox.
Yeah. But it's really funny because like we know Elaine and we know Morgaze and we know Bryn, and they are and all kind of learn from each other. Their view on spies is keep them close and use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get that as a callback with Matt too.
With Matt
and
in a minute,
up on it in her perspective. She's like, "Yeah, it makes sense. There's a spy in the tent. Cool, let's use them."
Yeah, and this is the thing I love about these books in particular, is that the idea of Matt being like a general or whatever, it's that type of intelligence isn't tied to being a general. It's tied to strategy and seeing pieces of things that other people don't see and being able to look in, like know how things are going to play out.
And also experience through memories.
Yeah.
That helps too.
Also keep in mind that this plan is the plan that that Matt is enacting to fail, but also secretly, but like really.
Yeah. The idea of Matt being so multifaceted at the way he thinks in such big pictures. And then when it's just such I saw myself in him a lot in these chapters where he was like, "Stop asking me questions. Just trust. You put me in charge. Just trust me.
Just do what I say.
Do you want me to do it? I can't explain everything to you."
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so a couple pieces of information. We have Demandred, and everyone knows that Demandred is super powerful in a full circle.
Crazy.
They watch him kill
and has a sangreal.
Scepter.
Yes.
The scepter. The goblet of fire, Harry, that I was talking about.
No, don't even with that.
We have shots poured.
No. We can wait. We can find something better than that.
Okay. All right.
It's one of my favorite memes.
It's pretty interesting. So they're thinking, because Demandred is thinking that Rand is on the battlefield here, because there's a whole conversation about
there's only Rand can be this smart.
Anyone could, only Rand could be this smart. Only Lews Therin could be this smart. And Lews Therin Rand spent a whole bunch of time popping up at all the different battlefields in disguise.
Honestly, good move, Rand. So I don't even think Rand knew how good a move that was when he was doing it.
It's very important.
He's like, I'm just boosting morale for a moment.
Yeah.
I'm just showing up as the CEO to be like, here's
he knew what he was doing
in the break room, guys.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because he's so in tune with Lews Therin now. And the thing that the perspective that a lot of people forget is that Lews Therin he had a lot of time with Demandred. They were friends.
Like before the War of Power,
a very long time. So he knows Demandred, and many of the Forsaken. So like he knows how they think. He knows, and he's no longer insane. So like he has all those memories. So I definitely think he knows at some level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is gonna this is gonna make him play his hand, well, and he knows that he's got some.
Hates Lews Therin and knows him equally well, he thinks, but who is insane kind of, and really wants to be number one, but is currently number two. So this is his chance to prove himself.
And that's where humility comes into play. Like if you're humble, you win that fight.
Yeah.
If you're a narcissistic asshole,
Demandred is not.
Well, like Rand's not here, man.
Also, that there's a lack of communication with
Rand's never been here today.
It's true. The one problem that the Wheel of Time consistently has, and that's clear communication between people on the same damn side.
And honestly, this book series, would be one book long.
Yeah.
People actually communicated effectively.
I'm starting to get behind the idea, though, that Morden was like, hey, Demandred, I heard that Rand's going to be on the battlefield, just to like keep Demandred occupied so he doesn't try to interrupt the Shale Ghoul stuff. Yeah. It's like, I can see that, because having to work with Demandred, you're like, no, I don't want to work with this guy. Task. It's fine.
Yeah.
Although Demandred did an excellent job with this Sharn army.
He did.
Like, fantastic. Because if it was just Trollocs, this army would have beat him no problem.
Yeah.
It was the channelers, the Sharn channelers, who are really throwing a huge wrench into literally everything.
Yeah, that was a big.
And then we have Demandred up here with a crazy sangreal, and Gawain can see him killing thousands. Mm-hmm. And Egwene and crew are talking about how we're gonna confront Demandred.
Yeah, like, do we get our own circle and confront him, or like not?
Yeah, they decide they can't because he's just far too powerful.
And then Gawain's like, you know what? All these channelers, even all together, don't think they can get him. I
bet I can as a rich white male.
The world needs me.
And
this is why I hate him. That's right here.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Before we move on to the next perspective here, we got to pull out our battle map with the Field of Marilord.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
So we get some new troop movements and some confirmation of what's going on.
And I have your battle map here in front of me as well.
With my paper.
Yeah.
I have a pencil and a pen.
Nice.
And
I totally.
You're going to want to use a pencil.
Yeah.
Well, because listen, I used the pen last time, and I drew a little Trolloc and where Uno was and everything, and land going in. But now I have a lot more perspective on movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and
things
I know this
change
is not going to help
rapidly.
people listening right now at all, but I'm just going to like point on the map and use my words to describe where the.
Well, you could put the picture out, and then they could look at it with us.
That's true. Okay. So first thing that we got to add here is we've got a new arrival of a Trolloc force coming in from the northeast. So if you see on the map where it says the ruins, so by the ruins on the other side of the river, other side of the river.
What do you mean other side?
This side of the river.
But that's not by the ruins.
Yeah, okay. By the ruins on the other side of the river.
What is this?
That's a new Trolloc force who's coming up.
Okay, I gotta do it. Pencil's too light.
Yeah. So we are gonna, in the next perspective, see Tam firing arrows at the Trollocs who are trying to cross said river.
And Tam's force is on this side of the river.
At the ruins.
Correct.
The ruins.
That's where they're like holding up, and then they're going to the river, firing at the Trollocs trying to cross. So that's going to be important for next perspective.
I'm going to draw bow and arrow.
And it's funny. I just reread this chapter again, and I re-listened to this chapter again like 3 times today while I was just on the computer doing stuff. But I can't remember. Did they reference the Trollocs crossing the water or having issues crossing the water at all?
Currently they're.
I liked that they stuck with that.
They're trying to cross the river, but Tam and the archers are doing a really good job, so it's not going well.
And
I mean just having fear of the water.
Before this, the Trollocs they wouldn't cross the water even when the Fades were like telling them
trying to push them
and then
to,
they were like drowning and stuff.
And that's a callback to book 1.
Oh yeah.
It's a callback. I feel like this has happened a lot of times.
Yeah.
In a lot of our battles, it's like Trollocs don't like water.
Taryn Ferry, when she sinks the ferry, and the Trollocs are all gathered on the docks and in the town and stuff, and they won't cross. And that's old folklore going back to running water is holy, mainly because running water isn't diseased, and people and I think that's why they're working so hard to stop the flow of the river. Exactly.
With a dam or whatever they're using.
Yeah. Evil is repelled by running water. That's a common folklore thing in folklore around the entire world.
All right. So next new troop
in the real world too.
We are seeing the soldiers coming down the southwestern slope of the heights. So back in the last episode, in one of the first perspectives, we had Uno getting that message saying, hey, you guys got to retreat. That was sent from Matt because Demandred showed up on the heights. Yep. So now we have the troops who are actively retreating down the southwestern slope. And that little corridor between the bogs and the Pulov heights, that's where Lan and his cavalry are charging up. So we got guys coming down off the slopes here and Lan charging through.
Okay, and then we have Demandred on the heights.
On the heights right now, blowing stuff up.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes in this entire book happens, and in the entire series happens in that location.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
With a character about
happen, 60%. But also some things still haven't happened.
Yeah. It's about 60 perspectives ahead.
I love it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gowan steps out with the rings, and then we're going to end perspective here, and now we're going to go to Tam.
Can I say something about the rings real quick? I forgot.
Sure,
I wrote a little note about the ring. So, this is just like a pet theory. Do the rings have any tie to or how the rings function? Any tie to the Murdril? In how the Murdril can step through shadows and use shadows to move around. The rings grant the wearer.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's something there, because they used the one power to create the Trollocs, and then there was something that happened in the Murdril, and they have these weird powers. Is there something there?
It's kind of like the similarity between the Ways and Teleranriad, and it's a similar connection. I don't know the exact nature, but I do like that because it is.
Maybe there's a through point or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like my?
There's a shadow realm.
I've been listening or talking because I've been drawing Demandred.
Yeah, I appreciate
on my map.
No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
He's holding a scepter, and he says, "I want Althor."
Yes.
I got to see this when you're done too, because I like your little Trolloc guy that you say. That's on the one that you sent me.
Oh yeah, that's a Bori Trolloc.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture for you.
It makes me smile every time I look at it.
This guy, if you like that.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic.
Okay, where are we in this perspective?
We're at the beginning of the second perspective with Tam.
We're right where the word ruins is, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because they're hanging out in the ruins.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I've been seeing so many memes of people in Italy, and they're like, "Yep, saw the ruins. They're ruined. Time for an alcohol spritz."
That's good.
Yes.
You know what this is reminiscent of too? From Lord of the Rings, when Osgiliath, I think the little town that's north of where it's constantly being taken by the orcs, and they take it back, and then
that's the capital.
Yeah, that's kind of reminds me of this scene a little bit.
And it's not Minas Tirith. Pretty sure Osgiliath is the capital.
Was supposed to be the capital, but it keeps.
Well, it used to be up until the orcs friggin' invaded.
Took it again,
Okay, so that's the shot.
But this scene reminds me of that because they're all kind of hanging out in the ruins. And,
whenever we talk about Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, we have to have a shot.
Oh, okay. Well, that's two then, because we mentioned Dumbledore before.
Well, this is going to get.
Well, no, that one didn't count.
She's not. It's also
that's the one he used last time, and it was real weak.
Okay, I'm giving myself a shot.
You know what? Strong references has never been a precursor to the drinking of the.
Got my shot.
My favorite is the negative reviews that say don't.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. Slancha.
They say too many Harry Potter references. Okay.
I mean, fuck
Okay.
J.K. Rowling, but
I'm keeping us on track. We
yeah.
have 3 more perspectives to do.
Okay,
We'll
we're
get through
Tam.
them.
We got to talk about Tam.
Okay, because
Yeah.
perspective change.
Yeah, we're not. Gowan's gone.
No more Gowan. Tam now.
Yeah.
Tam.
It's funny too. Brandon put me here specifically because during the interview that we did, I mentioned that Aziel Thone, who's also in the scene, is based on a person also, and he's a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for 20 years.
Cool.
And when Brandon was interviewing me to put me in the book, I mentioned, and this is 5 years prior to the book coming out, I mentioned that Anthony, his name is Anthony Aziz. And again, Aziel Thone was his forum posting name. I mentioned that he used to lord it over me, that he has.
But now you're in charge.
So he put us together in this scene.
I love it.
And gives us like a little snark back and forth about the bows.
Well, it makes these like one-off minor characters into like real people that we can experience kind of like their lives and their values.
And that he takes that from how Robert Jordan did it.
Told us that's like just incredible. So
yeah,
I love that.
Okay,
I agree.
I'm going to pull us back to this perspective because Tam, we are getting a bunch of Tam doing a lot of cool stuff. We've talked about it a little bit, but we have some troop movement type stuff happening in this perspective.
And you get to see a version of Tam we've never seen before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tam is in front of the ruins that I just drew on.
Yeah.
And we get to be inside Tam's head for a while as he's killing Trolloc after Trolloc after Trolloc because he's like the best archer ever, but he's like so humble. He's like the most humble. Yeah. And then Abel Cawthon is also here, which I love because I love that like the dads of the Dragon Reborn and the battle commander of the last battle are just like hanging out being archers.
They're not hanging out.
No,
they are actively
they're leading a company, but
stuff.
You know what? I appreciate as a dad, I appreciate the dad perspectives a lot more now than I did as a child.
That's fair. What I really appreciate here is the trust that they both put in their sons and the idea of
question. And so also all Two Rivers bowmen.
So because I love it.
That leads us into talking about Bayard.
Yeah. Yes.
Who's like,
he makes his little snide comment.
Those bows are something. I would love to get my hands on one of those.
It's like, buddy, you couldn't even pull the string back.
But, and then Galad comes up and he's like, you would hurt yourself more than a Trolloc if you tried to use one of those.
I love it.
Now,
I love
we
that
already
scene
did a
so
little
much.
bit of a background on who this Bayard character is because we didn't get to see.
It's you.
It's you, but like actually in the books. As a
in
character.
The books, yeah.
Because the funny part is he was the bodyguard of Jared Sarand, and that was the first perspective in A Memory of Light.
And I have to honestly just admit.
You didn't remember.
To the real Bayard in person.
She didn't remember.
No clue. Like not a clue.
Why would you remember?
Yeah.
It's just such a name, and like we have such similar names all over the place.
Over the place.
I know when we read the prologue, lots of people, especially on our Discord, were like, did you know that character is Thom DeSimone, blah 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 blah. And I was like, too bad, we were supposed to have him on and it was like a whole thing. And then Brett was like, oh yeah, we're having Thom on because his character, and I was like, I thought that already happened. Like
he comes back.
And it didn't connect that these two people in the book are the same person, and so I love that
he's such a minor character
and we get to make that connection because
you know,
he's such really and this is the type of thing that I love that they do. Like so there are a lot of people that kind of.
I wonder how many more there are that I completely missed.
Okay, I'm going to say this too because I'm going to describe you physically so that people can get an image of what you look like. So if anyone's played God of War.
How many years ago was this?
If anyone's played God of War.
Oh, yeah.
You literally have
I've gotten that before.
You have a picture behind you of the God of War character.
No, that's me.
Which is you. You are.
Yeah, no, that's a picture of me.
I know that, but that's who you are.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's who actually... Bayard is. So mercenary captain who's kind of like, sneaky and not very revealing about his past, about where he came from.
Is Kratos.
Is you. Is Kratos. Yeah, so it's pretty great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So the last
that
time
actually has a funny story too.
You tied him to a tree and you left him, and you're like, "See ya, buddy. We're gonna go."
I didn't tie it too tight though. You should be able to wiggle out of it in a few hours.
Went back and like kind of gave him some water.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I would have done that too.
Might come by, and I was like, that guy's so dead.
So dead.
Yeah, so dead. So dead.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, it's the last battle. We can't be here doing petty squabbles like
you
that.
Have to do what you have to do.
I totally get it.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to make like a zombified costume of him where I've been eaten by a Trolloc. And
I love that.
Honestly, that is so funny because it like I would have assumed he just like because we never hear about it. Oh,
he just survived or whatever. Just another random soldier.
Canonically, people don't turn into zombies in the Wheel of Time when you get eaten by a Trolloc.
No, you just turn into a ghost.
Turn into a ghost.
I could be like a blue glowy, like a Star Wars
ghost everywhere. A ghost.
Yeah, a ghost. A bubble of evil ghost.
I'll accept a ghost.
Like coming up out of the ground and just like walking as if.
And then it's like, oh yeah, that's just
that's a new hero of the Horn. Let's take that.
Boom.
You know
I like
what?
that too.
We have to have at least a few of those this battle.
Yeah, come on. Maybe. I got eaten by a Trolloc. Maybe I did something awesome. Who knows?
We have to.
You'd think so. Okay, so Galad is also here. Galad is with Tam currently, and he seems a little bit impatient because he doesn't want to be like defending this river portion section. Which is
he's
at
like,
the ruins.
ugh, that Cawthon clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. So, but then
in front of his dad.
But he followed the orders.
Yes,
that's the important thing.
He'll follow orders. That's fine. But we get a little tidbit here about Perrin. We got to talk about Perrin for just a half a second.
Yeah. I'll talk about Perrin all day.
Thinks about how Harrow Luhan actually did find Perrin alive, barely, but now currently Perrin is in Mayenne being healed, and Tam thinks that he's not coming back into the last battle because you got to rest up.
And I thought, not likely.
Right? Is he going to sit this one out?
No way he would.
I mean, like we've had 12 books tell us that they have to be together. They have to be together.
Especially when Perrin finds out that his wife is missing.
What?
Last time his wife was missing, there was a whole thing.
He went insane.
Took a little while. It was a little crazy.
Yeah.
I think that this is also an alternative because like I really thought Perrin died and I was like that's fine and then turns out he didn't and I was like that's fine too, so that's how I feel about this situation.
It was also like, you know, these are the types of things that like on a battlefield, like it's a big thing you finding out this main character isn't dying, but it's not a big thing in the moment because there's so much happening so fast, so quickly. This is how they learn. This is it. Oh, I heard someone mention that Perrin didn't die. They found him. Okay, cool.
And then okay. So in terms of like talking to people and hearing interesting things, can we talk about Daniel?
Oh, I love this. This is such a good thing. Okay, do it.
It's so cute. Like it's the best. So Daniel comes up and Tam is he's delivering the message to Tam that Matt is sending more soldiers and that he's ordered him to hold the river here no matter what.
Yeah.
And then Daniel is like, part of me wishes that I went with them.
Yeah.
When Moraine Sedai came and gathered them up, I was the right age. I probably could have gone with them.
So do you remember why that's in there?
Yeah, because originally in the Eye of the World, there were 4 boys.
Yes.
And Daniel was supposed to be one of them.
And that was too close to the Lord of the Rings with having the 4 boys setting off on an adventure together.
So they cut Daniel out.
Cut.
And then now this like full circle moment of Daniel being like, oh man, I wish I would have gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, I picked it out in as soon as he said it, and I was like, that is such good writing.
And it's also funny too, because like when Tam thinks like, oh, you know, those boys went through a lot of hardships, you probably wouldn't like it. And like, yeah, in real life, absolutely, that would suck to go through all those things. But it's like the 3 boys who leave becomes the Dragon Reborn, like Matt, the leader of the last battle, and then Perrin the Wolf.
Lord Golden Eyes. Yeah, fuck, I want to go.
It's like, yes, I want to. I'll go through hardships for that.
What do I get? I'll be the horse guy. I don't know. What can I do? What powers can I get?
It's like if Daniel did go, it'd be like those 3 boys are still the 3 boys, and then it's still just nothing. Like Daniel.
And Daniel.
He's and
Daniel. Oh God, that's funny.
It's like who could you play in the Wheel of Time? I could play Daniel.
Daniel. There you go. Oh,
who did go and got nothing.
It's a strong character right there. The idea of them too is like it was almost like the pattern didn't know who the Dragon Reborn was going to be either, so it kind of like pushed all of these really strong personality type spirits
well, and there's obviously
into that area.
Yeah, within Manethraen, like there's something that happened there that all of these.
Yeah. My other pet theory is that the pattern is like essentially like a piece of software that runs to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed is its only mission. So like it knows that the Dragon Reborn needs to be reborn in this location, you know, like and raised in this thing, and like so it shoves lots of different spirits into that area to be raised at that time.
Contingency plans almost,
or just to help him. Like he grew up around Daniel.
I'm gonna use a big word that I just thought obfuscate. So
Obfuscating.
The pattern is trying to like muddy the water. You're loading the field with people to confuse the shadow by being like, hey, here's 30 kids who are roughly pretty similar. Yeah. Which one is the guy? You don't know.
Yeah.
Because we did get the Baalzamon like at the beginning being like, which one are you? Right, with the dreams.
Because he didn't know.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
Good word, Brett.
Thank you.
That is a good word.
Brett's not normally one for the vocabulary.
Word of the day calendar is coming.
There you go.
Hey, that was a present from me. Was that really from your present?
That wasn't today's word, no, but
but it's still good. It's a good word.
I doubt it.
Probably. No. That sounds like a word that would be on one of those calendars.
It was one that's like it's like stupid words.
Oh, that's fun.
And like where they come from. It was like a funny
really
one.
Good.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That one isn't the stupid word.
But like, you know, if you think about it, everyone from the Two Rivers is almost like a hero of the Horn. Like that's what it feels like.
Even Mistress Luhan with her frying pan.
Especially
Mistress Luhan.
Albist. They're all every single one of them. So like it's so even Daniel being there like that. Oh yeah, look at what they do like during the battle at the Two Rivers.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
that was so long.
I mean, listen, when push comes to shove, even the crotchety old bastards like do the right thing, or at least in fantasy worlds they do.
Yeah. Big asterisk there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
that's it for Tam. I'm moving us forward because we got to talk about Pavara.
Yeah.
I like this perspective.
Me too.
A lot.
What are your feelings on Pavara and Andril? Just
oh my god, I never thought I would care so much, and I really love them so much. It sounds like a love connection to me.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, so here's the thing, because
I know.
Do you know? Because
you're gonna tell me that I was wrong.
Yeah,
because I was wrong.
So back when we first got introduced with the Andril Pavara, you're like, no way, not a love connection. And now it's kind of like,
you were like,
it's
do
a
you
love
think
connection.
this is a love connection? I was like, no way.
Absolutely
they
not.
hate each other, and especially Pavara is like, hate this man.
Come on.
When you
don't watch Hallmark movies. Their arc is a Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was coming in the Wheel of Time.
You know what?
That's fair.
When your minds intermingle like they are, when there's some weirdness going on, what choice do you have?
To communicate telepathically with me?
Nope. Definitely a bad idea. Terrible.
Okay, here's what I'm going to put a stipulation on it, though.
Nope. Doesn't matter what the stipulation is.
No. I would like to be able to talk, but not have you feel every feeling.
Yeah, sure.
So like the whole like chatting back and forth without talking.
So I can talk.
I like that.
That's called texting, and we already have
it. But it's optional.
But they also do it in Fourth Wing.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And we love it. We love that we have a telepathic way to chat with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when we're across the room at like a dinner party or something.
So literally you're describing texting. So remember earlier in the episode when I was like, hey, there's people who are retreating down southwest from the heights.
Yeah.
And that's who.
Yeah. So
and also
they're covering.
They're all coming down this way towards Howell Ford, which is the routing point. That's where Logain made the water tunnel thingy.
Oh, yeah.
That lands
the Sky Aquarium
cavalry,
at the casino.
Yeah. Charge through. So land's going that way. We got the people retreating off the heights there with the help of Pavara and Andril and company to Howell Ford to get the heck out of here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And it is going medium.
It is going medium. Yeah.
So Pavara and Andril are doing their mind reading, communicating, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of back and forth.
We're using Andril's gateways to help people to safety.
So fucking cool.
Love it.
And the best part?
What is it?
Andril is like, I have a sword because I'm a warder.
I'm a warder now.
And she's like, why do you need a sword? You can literally cut people in half with the gateways that you can make. And it's like, But is it a sword?
But what I pictured is like, you definitely know because you have children, like a kid just picking up a sword and going, but I have a sword now, and he's just
that's
like,
right.
Like that's what I pictured.
Especially when it's made out of a balloon by somebody at some fair. That is the best sword anyone's ever had.
Or a stick.
Fair.
Sticks are also good.
No.
Oh, that's true. The stick could be anything.
Yeah.
The stick could be anything, and that's the best part.
Okay. So Amarin is also
so
Amarin is there too.
Amarin, Jonathan Candler, like we've got a bunch of the guys who survived from the Black Tower who are all here.
Correct.
These are all the regular dudes.
This is almost like the little Black Tower contingent. Then we're like looking in on them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now Pavara is thinking about how Andrel is like weirdly confident now.
Yeah. Now that we've gotten out of this crazy, terrifying thing in the Black Tower where we're all going to get murdered and turned.
That it's like so sexy that he's like so confident. That's weird.
Also, he's competent, which is always sexy.
We love competence.
That's true. Competency,
here.
Yes.
Oh, competency.
Being good at a thing.
That's my new favorite genre of television, by the way. Competency porn.
Nice.
Literally the best. Literally.
I've never heard that.
That's what the pit. That's what the pit is labeled as. Competency porn.
I was gonna say you should watch the pit for your
also
watch.
Great. We've also watched that.
Oh my
Fantastic.
God. So good.
Okay.
We love it.
We have a new thing here. I want to hear an opinion on this.
Okay.
So Andrel uses gateways not to dump more lava. This time we
fucking
dump
cool.
Snow. How do we feel about that?
Worse. Worse than
way?
Lava. Snow doesn't just like kill people.
That's
what?
You should know better, and absolutely
as a Canadian.
Does. As a Canadian, you should know that yes, snow kills.
Let's go tell all those people that's ever been killed by an avalanche before.
An avalanche. It's an avalanche worth of snow.
Okay, that's a lot of snow.
Yeah, it's not like 2 feet of snow.
Not flurry.
He drops like 70
I thought
feet
this
of
was
snow.
Kate. No. Wait, hold on.
Like 30 feet of snow.
Hold on. I really thought this was like it's snow.
Dusting. He's making it snow.
And people are like, "Oh no, there's snow."
In 7 to 12 hours, you're gonna have frostbite on your ears.
That's what I thought. I was like, "No, I thought this was another situation."
Too long.
I hope you brought your snow situation.
No, it's an avalanche situation.
Okay, an avalanche.
They literally use the word avalanche.
I know, but of snow.
That's what an avalanche is.
When I skim, though.
I don't think other things are avalanches unless it is snow.
He drops like the whole top of a mountain's worth of snow on them.
Okay.
Yeah. But to call back to your reference before about Demandred coming and bringing the Sharns with him, one of the biggest things about that is they're an unknown.
We don't know what their climate is.
You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know what they can't do. They're this whole breed of people that and specific use of the one power that is different than anything that they're used to. So the fact that Andrel is doing these types of things is the same type of thing. He's doing something that's so unexpected. They're not expecting it. They're not defending against it. Now they have to think about it. So it's like, not only is he killing all these things with really creative uses of the one power that aren't really taxing on his body, like he's doing, that's another type of thing, is like he's having all of these big impacts, but it's not hard for him to do.
But we have Andrel using very creative uses of gateways. He can't do the death gates because it's different enough of a weave that it's not a gateway.
Okay, I honestly loved that there was this explanation.
But what he can do is do things like, so he opens up gateways to jump behind enemy lines. He brings the avalanche down. He redirects a bunch of arrows coming to like go back at the Trollocs that he cuts the head off of the draw.
Cool. It's like badass.
Oh, and then he's also doing the opening and this is how I've always imagined gateways. He's opening gateways underneath Trollocs to drop them down.
We might be forgetting here is that Trollocs, if they go through gateways,
they die.
They die.
Yeah.
No one's forgetting that.
Now they become a weapon by falling on top of other things. Yeah.
My favorite thing is they open up gateways and they specifically say in this chapter and in other chapters where they do stuff like this that they're like, I don't know where it goes.
Yeah.
So could you imagine?
No, we've talked about this.
We've talked about this. I love it. Yeah.
We're like, where is there just a pile of dead Trollocs?
They are both like, they're going to be finding Trollocs all over everywhere for a very long time.
Okay, does Andrel here specifically open gateways for the Trollocs and fall down so that it's like above other things. So
he drops them on people.
He drops them on people on purpose. See, like that
is also badass. Yeah, man. He's very smart.
It's
and
fucking
also
fantastic.
Okay, I'm pulling us back to the Pavara perspective.
Re-listen.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Okay. So we've got Pavara and crew with Androl and everybody. We're like getting people off the heights here because we're trying to retreat. There's some forces that are staying to defend, even though they're not supposed to be. Like some of the tower guards are still staying behind, whatever. That's fine. But then we feel a lot of channeling coming from the heights. Now, here's the thing. We are retreating from the heights because Demandret has launched his attack. So now they feel a lot of channeling coming through, and they feel, and they wonder if it's Taim. So it feels like it's separate and distinct from
where
Demandret is doing. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily and it's hard to say, but it's like they feel the big explosion of power, but Demandret is already launching his attack when they're retreating. That's why they're retreating.
And his villain is Titan. Like,
yes.
So
and their entire thing is like, we want to face off against Taim, so we don't know if it is.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, number one, we want our seals back, which I'm still very sure that Taim has. Even though I think that you tried to pull me off that scent because you're like, who else would have them? I was like, I don't know.
I was not trying to pull you off the scent. I literally said, who else would have them?
That's pulling me off the scent. I think that he's going to have
nothing.
Them. So that's what we're going for.
He gives nothing.
That's
I love it.
Like at this point, I don't think we're redirecting. Like we don't have time for more plot twists and redirections, really. Like,
man, are you in for a ride?
There's always time for more plot twists.
No,
are you in for
so much less of this book left?
I know.
Hey, taking out 200 pages of that, that's a lot.
Do you see how much left of this book there is? Not much.
Okay,
so
that's all that you have left of the Wheel of Time.
Because in like book 6 and 7 and 8, when like something would happen and I would like make a prediction, it would be like, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen in the next 18 books. Like it just like felt so abstract, and it felt like this is never gonna end, so it doesn't matter the things I say.
Yeah.
And this is
but like, now you only have
11 chapters and an epilogue.
Yeah. That's all you have left.
That's all you got left.
I know. It's crazy.
It's a lot.
I know.
So much. Such
a long ride.
It's so much heavy. So little.
So much heavy.
Oh yeah.
It's so much heavy, so little reading.
so much
little
heavy,
pages.
So much wow.
Much amaze. Okay.
Much amaze. Oh wow.
Why say lot word when few word do trick?
Exactly.
Okay, back to it. So we've got them wondering about all this channeling stuff that's happening. Pavara, since we're in her perspective, she's trying to separate herself and put up a bit of a wall between her and Androl. But in the attack, they kind of get tossed because there's like some lightning coming down and stuff like that.
All sorts of stuff is going on. It's crazy.
She allows herself to mix with him a little bit, and then she instinctively goes to weave a gateway to get the heck out of here.
Even though she knows
it shouldn't work.
While she's doing it, she's like,
this shouldn't work.
I know I'm not going to be able to do this, but it's like I did it without thinking. And this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in terms of weave the power.
But turns out super easy.
This is the most intensive, hardest thing. And I think that also puts into perspective how little the Aes Sedai know and how little of the power the Aes Sedai can actually wield. Because
we've lost a lot. Yeah.
Because so few of the Aes Sedai from the White Tower can actually weave a significant gateway.
Yeah.
But so many of everybody else can weave it no problem.
Well, a lot of that is also due to the Aes Sedai being weak in general.
Yes.
Yeah, weak in general, but also like not learning new skills.
Yeah, they're very rigid in their ways, and we find out that like because of that, it hampers them from learning new things.
100%.
And I love that.
So I think
that
that really highlights like even her mindset here, where she's like, I shouldn't be able to do this because I can't weave a gateway. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
What happened to a positive mental attitude, Pavara?
Okay,
come on.
Exactly. She finally lets go.
But then out of nowhere,
lets go and grows
like nothing. Like she waves her hand, she makes a gateway,
which shouldn't happen. Not just because it's hard, but she's in a circle with Androl.
But she stops fighting who she's becoming and lets it happen, and then she can do it,
which I love. And I also take note of the fact that she's linking with Androl.
Yep.
Yeah. So many cross streams here.
With
They're
no
linked,
hesitation.
One power, bonded, double bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first time that they ever like tried this thing where they were like, ooh, do we like this? Do we not like this? They're sort of like experimenting together.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns out she fucking hates it and is like, that's never gonna happen again. I hate this so much. And then that's when this whole like cross bonding thing happens, is because it was like an accidental, like, I'm mad at you thing. And now they're so comfortable with each, and that was like probably what, a week ago. And now it's like, here, 100%, you're in charge, no problem. And she's completely comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting dynamic.
Giving away that control was big for her. And it's not
Huge.
just her. It's Aes Sedai in general, but she's also, she's got that whole connotation of she was red and he's a male channeler. So there's a whole nother, there's so many dynamics at work.
One who was a weirdo red.
Yeah.
Didn't hate men.
Yeah. She didn't hate men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like
she sees
values.
what he's willing to put himself through and put on the line to do. So she grew to trust him, and that's why she was okay with it.
And like that's the foundations of a relationship, is like communication and trust.
Trust.
Well, and I think that
boom,
in this moment, like there isn't a lot of exposition about their relationship growing, but there's this instance of like them being so comfortable in this link together.
Yeah.
That is so different from their initial link together.
Yeah.
That is so easy to gloss over with so many other things happening.
Yeah.
And so those are the little things like I pick up on, and I'm like, oh, this relationship that I never thought was anything is actually so meaningful.
Yeah. And deep too, on so many levels. Like another big thing for her is and here's a thing that fucking Gowan, a lesson Gowan could have learned. She identifies basically Andrew is good at this and I am not. So I'm going to help him do the thing that he's good at, which is be a leader.
She's also like 200 years old or something.
She's old.
She's old. Okay, not that old. And she's not like a Cat Swain. She's older than he is. She's probably, I think she's like 100.
Over 100. 100.
Yeah, she's probably 100 and something.
Yeah.
Because he makes mention of like, oh, I could be
like
your grandchild's grandchild.
Like her family died a long time ago, murdered by dark.
And everyone in her family's dead now because she's so old. But that's probably like 150 or something.
Yeah.
But that also brings with it a lot of human experience that Gowan at whatever, like fucking 20 doesn't have.
Not so much.
None. So but he listens to her too. That's the reason why she trusts him. Like he doesn't just say this is, like he listens to her, to what she says, her suggestions, her thoughts, the things that she is more educated on than he is. He trusts her opinion and doesn't second guess everything that so they have that together. And when she again finally grows into she sheds like the narcissism that the Aes Sedai have, and
a little bit,
and kind of trusts.
I think,
and they were able to do cool shit.
That there are so many tiny little nuanced things like this that happen within this chapter.
So many.
That I'm glad we're breaking it down this way, because honestly, I was like a little peeved. I was like, really, that many for one chapter? Can't we just like do it? But no, like you really get the nuance and you really break it and you do it justice. And you're like, look at this though. And you're like, oh, because we never would have talked about this relationship before if we didn't break it down this way. So So she manages to open this gateway.
And they escape.
Yeah.
From like the attack that's happening. So like we're basically doing the Pola fights retreat right now to Howl Ford, and that's where we leave them at this point.
And then we have one perspective left.
We got Matt, our boy.
Matt, this is such a good perspective. See, this one's a little deep.
Such a good perspective. Like,
and this one's pretty
perspective deep. So good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to this.
Oh, and it's like action. This is the time.
In every Wheel of Time book, like I'm not used to every single perspective being like this interesting.
Oh,
so
that's fair. That's fair.
Like fantastic and amazing. And every time I'm done, I'm like, oh my God, I have so many things to write down and think about this one perspective.
Yeah. I love how this one opens up too, where he's like talking to Demandred. He's like, Demandred, I need you to stay where you are.
Or Galad, not Demandred.
He's talking to Demandred.
No.
Yeah, he is. He's like, Demandred, I just need you to stay where you are.
Literally the first sentence, I wrote it down. The first sentence is, Demandred, I need you to stay where you are.
Yeah.
But he's talking to Galad through a gateway.
Yeah, he's talking to Galad, but he's yelling
at Galad to also stay where he is.
Yeah.
But he's also like, Demandred, God, can't you just do anything I predict for you to do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, I need you to do this so I can kill you. Like I liked that. It made me laugh. Like, I wrote it down because it made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Okay, so also because in the perspective with Tam, Galad was getting like annoyed that he's still guarding the river.
Yeah.
Galad is now complaining to Matt that he doesn't want to be here anymore. But Matt's like, no, man, your job is to literally stay there and protect the river. So
I have 8 other plans in place, Galad.
On the map, the ruins where all the Trollocs are trying to cross.
Do you want me to draw new things?
I just want you to be aware that this is going to be an important place that we're reinforcing, and it's going to be important for the last battle.
I can bring it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
This scene also with Elaine. Elaine says something here, and I tried to deconstruct it. I'm like, is this just because like I'm a guy and like this and this is a dynamic here? And I'm like, no. She says something and it pisses me off. Like the way she's like when he's like. I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes.
This is why you put me in charge?
This is why you put me in charge.
Yeah.
And she's like, we didn't put you in charge.
You're the commander.
Okay. Let me tell you something about Elaine.
Yeah.
Let me tell you 3 things about Elaine. She likes to be in charge. And when she's not, she likes to pretend she's in charge. And when she's not in charge, she likes to pretend she has control of the people who are in charge.
Of something. Yeah.
Right.
Of something, of anything.
Yeah.
So who does that remind you of?
Elida.
No. Try again.
You?
Like no, what? Gawain.
Oh, Gawain. Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
but it's not in charge. It's just he wants a cool thing to do. Yeah.
Blood and flesh brother.
Yeah.
This is who Elaine and Gawain were raised to be.
I also
and you know who
Morgaze.
else is like that?
They were raised.
I was going to say Morgaze.
This is Morgaze's fault. I think you're right. Bryn wasn't the dad. He was
Lenny.
Yeah, maybe Lenny.
Lenny was trying so hard to make them not be like this.
Let's blame Lenny. That feels good.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When she said you're not in charge, like I even think charge or some one of those words is italicized if I remember correctly.
Well, because Elaine is in charge.
Elaine is in charge.
Rand put Elaine in charge.
Are we arguing semantics literally on the battlefield of the last fucking battle?
Can I just remind you?
Yes, Tom, we are.
That we're literally like 19 and like
I forgot.
21.
I did forget that. I did forget that they're children.
And she's the queen and
she's
in charge
literally
of the last battle.
Queen of Andor.
Yeah.
And is Gawain's sister, and both of them were clearly
and
raised.
He's just a bumpkin from the Two Rivers.
Yeah. So yes, we are arguing semantics. So I have a question here. So we get so Matt looks at Min, who's talking to Tuon, and
she
then
gets
we
a
have
viewing of
Galad.
Yes. I had a question about this.
Okay, so it seems like Min says, I saw his body alone on a field as if dead, referring to Galad.
That's what I wanted to know. Who is she referring to?
Because it seems like they're referring to Galad.
It seems like they're referring
she
to
says
Galad.
Yeah.
It seems like it's referring to Galad. So that's so as if he's not dead. The viewing is not of him dead. It's as if dead. So it can't be that bad. Or it's really bad. And Tuon is like, ooh, yeah, that's a bad view. That one's bad.
there are infinite ways to take it. And since we're not literally in Min's head, we don't know how she's taking it. But we do
it's just overheard by Matt, because we're in Matt's perspective, who doesn't think deeply about those types of things.
If you take her at her word that when she knows something, like when she says something, then it is as she says it.
100%.
So but you could still interpret as if dead to be dead or not.
I mean, we're literally in the last battle and he's like a commander of the White Cloaks. So if he wasn't like laying on a field somewhere as if dead,
he's not working
alone.
Then he's not working hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Alone on a field is a little weird for this setting.
I like the nod to this.
Okay.
Yeah. Me too.
Back to this perspective. Did anyone notice that Elaine managed to get her throne propped up a little bit?
Yeah, we did. Heck
so that it's slightly above 2-ons now.
Snaps for Elaine.
Definitely, probably.
Snaps
I do
Elaine.
appreciate the shade. I definitely appreciate the shade.
In her adjusting herself because she's so pregnant.
Oh, I need to be a little
she's so uncomfortable. Ooh, and then we've wedged her throne up 2 inches so she's at the same level. Snaps for Elaine.
Okay, so now we've got Elaine telling Matt that Demandred is outmatching him because Demandred is leading the forces of the Shadow.
And turns out he's like smart and good at shit.
And Matt's like, it's not that simple. And then we get Matt giving out some new orders. And this is going to be important. I need you to refer to the map. All right. So updates to the map that you need to put on here.
Okay. Because I didn't put the Pavara stuff.
Keeping in mind. So yeah, Pavara's coming down the southwestern flank.
Pavara
or up the Pull-Off Heights.
And Andrel.
Andrel. Okay.
But where did they gateway to?
All over the place.
Okay.
All over. Yeah.
That's not really.
It is important because like where am I putting it on the map?
If you don't know it, then it's not important yet. Okay.
The other big thing about this is like Matt's moving all these people around, right? He's moving all these stuff around, like things on a map. And this is where it comes into like, it's not just being smart about strategy in battle. There has to be a little bit of it takes a certain type of person to be able to be in this type of position because every decision he makes is lives of hundreds or thousands.
Well, it's very like Ender's Game, right?
Huge.
Yeah. You have to, but these are the decisions you have to make these moves. And he's putting people in places where he knows that he's going to suffer losses in them to set up other plans. Yeah. So he's literally sending divisions of his army into places where he knows they're going to die.
Well,
and he has to do that.
It has to be realistic that we're losing.
So we're not just pretending to lose, we're actually losing until we can win.
Pattern's going to pattern.
Exactly.
Okay. So new troop movements here. So at Howell Ford, we have the Ogier because we've got the Aiel at the ford that are guarding the way for the White Tower soldiers and the band who are coming down off Pull-Off Heights. We got the Tower Guards and the band coming down off Pull-Off Heights. Who are going
I wrote that down too.
Ford. So we've got the Ogier and the Aiel who are reinforcing Howell Ford. Okay. Now,
I feel like I could have drawn this Ogier better.
You can do that later. You can do that
nothing
later.
Nothing will be worse.
Axes?
Sure. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Nothing is going to be worse than the Ogier from the.
Nothing
is worse than the Ogier from the front of the RPG book.
Big ears and eyebrows. Got it. Okay.
So now the next troop movement we have is he is going to give the order, which is also kind of like a fake order type thing situation.
You get it.
With Lan. So Lan is still on the western side of the heights.
Yeah.
Because they charged through the Howell Ford water tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's going to give orders for Lan to swing up and around Pull-Off Heights to come around this way to where the new Trolloc forces are coming in the North Sea side.
Up and over.
He doesn't want Lan to engage. He just wants him to do a big swing around the Pull-Off Heights.
I'm going to have to start like highlighter color coding people.
Or just like print another one. And,
no, this is the one. This is it.
You got it because it'll be good to have it at the end.
This is the one, and people will
to see the madness.
People will be like, you know what I need? Daddy's map.
That's it. You got to sign it too.
So now we've got Matt giving these orders to a messenger to go and relay these to the crews, to the Ogier and to Lan. Now, specifically, we've got Matt watching through this tabletop gateway hole
with his looking glass.
Another instance of that.
Oh, and I wrote this down too. I love that Matt puts his hand on the table and is like, I'm not gonna let someone shove me through this bloody hole. Like that's his thought process. I love
always thinking, man. Matt is so smart.
Yeah.
So now we have Matt giving out super sneaky orders, and he's going to get some special orders relayed to Talmanis.
Oh, God, I love him.
Okay, so remember when you bet me that I couldn't throw a coin into a cup from across the entire inn. Now, then he looks down to the northern parts of the heights because we're giving this order out about Talmanis that you have to specifically say this one thing to Talmanis, see if he picks up on it.
And he's like, yup.
Yeah. And then Matt thinks to himself, he was going to try it once he was drunker, but then he pretended to get drunk, but he wasn't drinking.
And then Talmanis called him on it and made him get drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he lost the bet because it didn't go so well. turns out, and he probably still owes him some coins from
probably
that one.
All of these like little ciphers are so funny. All these like little
communicating in code and stuff.
Code.
But all this,
so many spies and shit, and so many compelled people.
Well, and that's what Matt's trying to do, is like figure out, are they getting information ahead of time? So now he gives the order for Talmanes and then Lan and the Ogier, and he's watching from above through this little hole in the table, and he sees that Demandred is moving his forces to basically intercept Lan, but that shouldn't be possible yet because Lan wouldn't have even gotten the orders yet for Demandred to react to.
So if Lan is moving around this way and Demandred's starting to move down this
Lan
way.
isn't
Demandred's starting
moving
to move cavalry down the heights.
It's important. Lan isn't moving it because he hasn't even gotten the order.
He hasn't got the order, so he's not going to be. That's the idea.
That's the orders.
But Matt,
why did you let me draw all those arrows on here?
Because that's what the order is.
That's the order is that. But so Matt's told the messenger that, and it appears that Demandred knew before even landed.
Yes.
So that's why he says there has to be a spy in the command tent.
Yes, that's how he's able to figure it out.
Bingo, bongo.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that's how we're figuring that out. Yeah. So I was like, how did Matt know right away? Like, I mean, like, so I get he's smart and I just believe him. Yeah. But that's nice to know that there's an actual like
there is a good read. Yeah,
like,
it's
reason.
There. It's on the page. It's there.
Yeah. Demandred moved forces before he should have to counter, because that's why
which means he had the information before.
Demandred, not so smart, turns out.
Yeah. And that's where that overconfidence comes from.
Well, and that's also why we talked about when we were retreating from the heights about Matt's timing on giving the order to retreat. He gave it at the only possible time where he's reacting without reacting before something happens.
Right, because he's way smarter than
because he doesn't want to tip off Demandred that he knows his plan.
Because he's smarter.
And Demandred doesn't even think about that. Like, and Matt even like a paragraph or two ago says, "Man, the general that the Shadow is using is very good," and as in reference to Demandred. Yes. That's not a thought that Demandred would ever have.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
and that's his downfall.
Yes, agreed.
It's because he just crudely underestimates them and just assumes because he is who he is and he's from when he's from that he will win.
So this is what confirms Matt's suspicions that there's a spy inside the tent.
Yeah. But before we can do anything about that, the messenger comes back with word from Talmanes, who has a return response about the whole like secret conversation situation.
Yeah.
So Talmanes has said that the forces, like the dragons, the cannons that we're using, are completely ruined. They're not going to be available.
The barmaids who don't get tips, but turns out they do get tips.
Well, it's not even the place that
it is. It is like, oh, they do get tips there, so it's a whole throw off, and only they know it.
They're trying to pick up some barmaids. So anyway,
but like, that whole story is a lie.
Yeah. So
turns
therefore,
out they do get tips.
Talmanes picked up. Okay, you picked up on it too. That's good. But Matt and Talmanes are both on the same page here, so the dragons can still fight. We've got a couple that are probably busted up looking, but Matt and like Eludra are the only ones who really know how this stuff works.
Yeah. And it's such a simple reasoning. Like the moment that he shoots them, Demandred's going to come down hard on them is what he thinks. And it's just like as soon as he hears them going off, like it's not like going to be hard to find them.
So we're going to wait till the right opportunity, the right moment to use the dragons.
Exactly.
Again. So that's cool.
It's just something interesting to think about. Like, it's just, he's literally and because Demandred doesn't care who he kills, he just, as soon as he hears the sound, boom, in whatever direction that sound's coming from, he just unleashes. Yeah.
Now, Elaine is like, Matt, can you explain at least some of what the fuck you're doing? We're all very confused. You're the only one who knows what's going on. That's bad for business because if you get taken out, no one knows what's happening. And let's talk about that.
And part of being a good leader is being able to communicate your plan to the people that need to execute your plan.
Except in this situation,
or when we know we have spies and compelled people and shadow and people listening in. No, one person knows it, and that's it.
Yeah,
he's unable. Taken out.
Yeah.
And it's because he's had so little interaction with Elaine, he's unable to be able to communicate to her through any kind of, sneaky means or ciphers.
Yes. Yeah.
In the way he's doing with Talmanes to tell her what he's doing. So
yeah, I do love that relationship between like Matt and Talmanes where they can have this like covert.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he doesn't have it with Elaine and like he literally can't tell her anything.
So he has to leave. Yeah.
So he's like,
he just has to go.
I need some fresh air. Let's go for a walk. And then she casts a spell of
ward against eavesdropping.
Ward against eavesdropping. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then they can actually chat.
Yes. So he does let on, and this is
finally
the thing at this point. Like, even what he's telling her, is he giving her the full picture of everything he's doing?
No.
Or is it just like what he needs to tell her?
Enough to like subside her.
Yeah. And this is where you see that
what's going on.
He is a good communicator. He gives her exactly what she needs to hear.
Yeah.
So that she could do the part of the plan that he needs her to do.
Which is still secret in his own brain. He's still not telling anyone.
He's got so many layers, like an onion. He's like an onion.
Fucking excellent.
Yeah, it's great.
But it is a problem if he does die.
Yeah.
It's true. In so many more ways than just they won't know his plan. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, absolutely.
But at no point during any of this did I ever actually fear for Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not in danger right now. Why
That's
would
what I mean. I mean, like, throughout anything where it's like, oh, Matt, if you fall, this is a problem. Like, there'd be other people that if there was that type of foreshadowing, I would feel like, oh, no, they're definitely going to die. But this feels like, nah, you guys are just, like, not trusting Matt.
Yeah, but you're also, like, way too calm and cool about certain
sometimes
things.
I'm not.
Sometimes
what I always had kind of gnawing at the back of my brain, and I always waffled on it, was like the Shadow wants to kill him because he's the horn sounder. But then at the same time, I was like, oh, but wait, maybe they don't want to kill him because he's the horn sounder, which means he's the only one that could blow it. So they know if he doesn't have the horn, he can't blow it.
You keep him separated from the horn and you got no problems.
I'm still sure. Here's my theory.
Yeah.
Matt died, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the horn sounder anymore. So anyone can blow that horn faux show.
Well, they reversed time, though. Bellfire reverses time.
No, not that time. He also died on the tree.
On the tree, right? Yeah.
He died several different times.
He gave him CPR.
I think that anyone else could do it.
Okay.
I think that they won't.
The connection is severed.
I actually think the connection is severed.
Okay.
And they think that it has to be Matt, but
they do. They've said it a couple times.
I'm just like waiting for someone else to do it.
Okay.
We'll
see.
All right. So.
Oh wait, hold on. Rafa.
Oh yeah, we're gonna find out.
Right.
Got it.
Okay.
I am wearing the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt explains the whole, there's a spy in the command tent and this is how I know it. And Elaine's like, okay, cool. I understand that. And then Matt gets pretty metaphorical about like, how are we going to win the last battle here? It's about dice versus card games. And in dice games, you want to win as much as possible. But in card games, you can lose 99%.
Quality over quantity.
You got to win the one big one to actually win here.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very good, like, apt analogy, I think, for Matt.
I don't know. I don't gamble, so I have no idea, but I get it.
Me neither, but like, I get it enough about poker. It's like, you don't have to win. You got to get the person betting so that they throw it all in on this one hand. And that's when you can swoop in and win. And that's what Matt is waiting for, is just that one hand.
And Elaine is like, how do you know? And he's like, I don't know. I'm just going to know.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, so you're pretending to lose? And he's like, no,
I'm actually,
we're actually losing.
We are actually losing right now. Yeah. We have to be. If we're not actually losing, they'll know.
Yeah. But waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity.
Yeah. So, exactly.
Okay, so then
he asked her, have you ever played cards?
Yeah, right.
Clearly not. Now, Matt is going to give his next orders, and Elaine is to reinforce this, like, ford.
The Howl Ford,
For the Shadow's next push. So go do that. That's enough information for you, Elaine. Get out of here.
Yeah, so now Matt's got Elaine doing what he needs. We've got Galad, Tam, they're doing what they got to do.
He's finally putting them all in the right, they're going to the right place, finally.
And the next big one is, how is he going to get Tuon to do what she needs to do?
He needs her to do,
And also
Talmanes, he picked up, so he's good.
Gawain, Are you?
That's a wild card here. So
please, are you cheating?
Because
you're just running off by yourself.
And this is the problem. You're a wild card.
I really hope, like, this, like, part of me when I'm reading this, I really, really, really
hold on to that.
Gawain, you know what? Fuck yeah. Go. You got this. How much?
Throw him a bone.
Help? And it's just like, it's like that luck piece of it that Matt keeps wishing for. He's like, I hope my luck's with me.
Yeah, but you know who isn't super lucky? Gawain.
No, but you know who is?
Gawain doesn't have that
Matt. This would be so helpful and lucky for Matt if just like random Gawain takes out Demandre. That would be lucky and helpful.
That's true. That's true.
And that would be Matt's luck, not Gawin's. So
the other another note I have in here is Matt talking about the card game where he's like, you know, in dice throwing, you want to win as many throws as possible. That's how you win the most money. But in card playing, you have to trick the other people into thinking that they're winning so that they make a bet that's too big. Then you come in and win so that you can take the whole pot instead of you can't chip away in a card game like that.
Yeah.
And when you realize that he's talking about people, like he's like, it's hard. Like, I'm not saying that's bad, because this is a decision, and this is like the dichotomy between parent and fighting and not fighting, violence and non-violence. You can't win this battle without fighting.
And it's not a matter of
casualties
and without people dying. Yeah.
And
that's why it's like the Ender's Game situation of like, you're not going to win unless you're able to sacrifice people.
Yeah, because they have to. He has to make Demandre overplay his hand. He has to do it. They can't beat him because he's so with how he's so powerful with the one power with the circle that he has, and then the song girl on top of it. So he needs to trick him. He needs to trick him
completely.
Yeah.
So let's keep going.
Yeah, because that's it.
That's it. That's the end of these perspectives that we're here to talk about tonight. Can you believe it?
Yeah. It's crazy.
You want to come back later?
I do. I'm gonna read. Well, see, I can just listen to the rest of the book tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Yeah, shoot.
So we are so excited that you were able to join us tonight, and we'll chat about all of the fun things to come.
Yeah, so next episode, we are talking about perspectives 9 through 12.
Oh, God. Those are 9,
10, 11, 12.
Really strong characters and points of view, too.
Yeah.
A real fun special guest lined up. Tom, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We
always
love every insight you bring. This is so fun for us.
Thank you.
And now, before you go ahead and just like go on a suicidal mission without telling your Aes Sedai about it, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
It's true. It's part of the pattern.
Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted and edited by Dani and Brett, produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Mozyme, Jamie Young, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Matt Truss, Antoine Benoit, MKM, Megan, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, Chris G, Sarah Creech, Saverio Bartolini, Megs621, Hamar's Lament, The Elf Witch, William Johnson, Tina Gruen, and Courtney B. With music by Audionautics. Now, be sure to check out our Patreon page if you're interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon exclusive merchandise as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else. And at the time of recording, we have over, I think, 50 bonus episodes at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. So you can find all of that and more over there. For general information about our show, like how to get in touch with us, how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, you can visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping people find us. And be sure to tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern now.